I
Okay, here we
love
go.
how the first episode we bring you on, my camera and my microphone, nothing works.
I mean, that's par for the course for us, right?
I feel like we're just chaotic messes in so many ways.
Yes, but we're always ready to go. Like, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready, but then
Look at
everything else falls apart.
You're literally just so profound. I love it. Here we go. Hey guys, welcome back. We are finally back for season 2, Dark Collective podcast, Sinners Edition, which we'll get to here in a minute. But there is someone new on the podcast that I'm so excited to introduce. We have the ever so blonde, babe, vivacious Miss Allison is here. Hello, my dear.
Hello, my lovely.
So, for those of you who were not at Sinners last year, you probably would not know who Allison is unless you follow me on Instagram and I force her to do really weird skits with me. But Allison, why don't you tell us who you are and how you're associated with us?
I like to say I'm a volunteer extraordinaire when it comes to Sinners and Stardust. I was also lovingly named the merch overlord. If anybody was at Sinners and Stardust last year, you probably saw me running around like crazy in the merch room, making sure everybody got their pre-orders and everything was set up that we could buy whatever was left in stock, and making sure everybody got their anthologies. And we also had the raffle going on in there. And so it was a lot of fun. I had a blast volunteering, and I've just kind of like slid my way into your guys' hearts to where you now give me responsibilities outside of the fact. So I help with the volunteers. I help with the volunteer meetings where I take notes and attendance. And it's been great getting to know the new volunteers for this year.
Yeah, and so Allison actually and I work together. We actually own a
Yes.
salon together. And she just kind of watched me do Sinners all last year and the year before. And then I was like, oh, hey, there's this thing that I want you to be a part of. And now she's literally like working with us. And so she is actually going to be the new podcast host moving forward. So we're really
Yay!
excited to have her. The rest of the Dark Collective, they are super busy. And one of the big reasons why, and if you guys noticed, I said Sinners Edition. And the reason why is because we actually, for those of you who do not know, as a Dark Collective, we thought, hey, Sinners was so much fun. Let's do another event just 1 year after
Yep.
our first event. So we actually came out with Shadows and Seduction. And Allison, where is it going to be at?
Shadows and Seduction is going to be in the great deep south of New Orleans.
Yes.
Okay, so everybody get your beignets, get your jazz bands going, and let's go.
So obviously, you guys, this season for the Dark Collective podcast, Sinners Edition, we are interviewing 7 amazing authors that are going to be attending this year. And we will be also starting the Dark Collective podcast, Shadows Edition, as well after Sinners this year. So you guys are going to be getting interviews from authors that have never been on here before. And it's mainly going to be me and Allison. That does not mean that some of the ever so gorgeous, so busy other Dark Collective members will not be popping in here and there. But so Allison, what I think everybody would want to know, just because you've now seen it from all sides. You were an attendee, you're
Yes.
a volunteer, you work with the Dark Collective closely. Like, what were some of your favorite moments from Sinners last year?
Ooh, some of my favorite moments. Well, for me, like a highlight for me was really going around with Hawk and Trippy and making sure that they got to see the event. As being a special guest and doing their little meet and greets, they don't necessarily get to go and see the event without being, swarmed with fans, rightfully so. They're both wonderful people. So that was a lot of fun. Also, just seeing, especially Trippy, seeing her experience this dark romance community that is so close knit. Like we care about our people. And so they really, even the people attending that wanted to come up and meet them, still gave them the space to enjoy the event and enjoy the event safely. And I think that was another huge thing for me, is after over a year and a half now of just hearing these book events having issues with safety. This event was immaculate when it came to that. It was something that any little problem that happened, we were on it immediately. and didn't let things snowball. The one girl who misplaced her bag, and then
Oh
we were,
yeah.
someone just found a bag of swag and said, hey, like, that someone left this here, and she was able to recover her bag even though she was distraught for like an hour. And now she's one of our volunteers, which is super cool too. Like, she had such a great experience even though something really sad happened to her, but it was recovered. And now she's like, I want to be part of this. Like, you guys made a huge impact on my experience, I want to make a big impact on others' experience. And the ball, okay. Like,
The ball. It's just the
the
ball.
ball. I haven't had that much fun since my friend's wedding, where my husband and one of my best friends did the dirty dancing lift in the middle of the dance floor at like midnight, where both of them were way too intoxicated to be doing that, but they did it anyway. That ball
I
was
think
immaculate. It was so amazing.
I honestly, it was so funny because, for me, my role, as Dark Collective at Sinners will be every year is I like to table touch. How are you doing? Do you need anything? How are you doing?
Yeah.
Are you good? And it's funny because we have so many volunteers, especially this year, that I feel like they're just going to be like, leave me alone. I'm fine. Like,
Right.
but the ball, I was still doing that. Like the ball, I was literally
Yeah.
running around being like, are you having fun? Like, Red, enjoy yourself. I'm like, I can't. I have to make sure everybody's good. But I think the biggest thing that I'm so excited to touch on for this year is the fact that we have the entire mezzanine level. Like, for those
Oh
of you
my
who
God.
haven't like joined our Facebook, join our Facebook. We have a
Join it now.
Sinners. We have a Sinners and Stardust Facebook, and we actually now have a Shadows and Seduction Facebook. So the events are separated on Facebook. And I'm definitely going to put the links in below so you guys can check that out. If you're listening in your car, it will be in the link in wherever you're listening to. But the cool thing is last year, do you remember the shoes I was wearing running up and down those stairs? Like,
Yes, I do.
oh my God. So I'm happy that we don't have to do that anymore. We actually have the entire floor, so I don't have to go anywhere.
Yes.
But the ball's there this year. And you guys, the ballroom at Boston Park, chef's kiss.
Oh,
Chef's kiss.
it's gorgeous.
It is.
That staircase is going to be a photo op.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's the thing is we're going to have photo op areas everywhere. Like Jenn would literally made sure, and for those of you guys who don't know, Jenn is the owner. She wanted to make sure that we had photo ops everywhere for you guys to like really jump in and enjoy and capture that moment. But we can't talk about it too much on here, but what I will tell you what we have in store for the ball for entertainment. You guys, so good. So good. So good.
So good. If it's anything like last year, like, the entertainment was unexpected first and foremost. I don't think like I knew on the DL what was kind of happening, but even me, I was gobsmacked. Okay, like I was there with my mouth wide open, going, "Oh my God." It was phenomenal. And so if this year is anything like last year, which I know it's even a level up from last year, it's the event that book people will not want to miss.
No. And the thing is obviously there's book conventions all around the world all year long. And one thing that I just cherish so much is that Sinners is such a place to have a safe and amazing time. We're so big on just creating an environment for people that, like maybe were embarrassed about reading certain types of books or, didn't think they would ever meet the authors. And now that we created that event. And I think it's just so cool that it also has created relationships with authors that now even I talk to authors more and like artists even. Like I became recently, for those of you who don't know Sarah Seidel, she is an amazing artist. And just because she's coming to Sinners, we came like Labubu besties. And, it's just weird relationships that we've curated because of this event. I just think is so much fun.
Yeah. I mean, when I met Caitlin Taylor, I did not realize that I was meeting like a soul sister. And I had the pleasure of doing her hair for the ball last year. And now we still just message each other back and forth. And I'm like, this event is phenomenal because like you said, there's something for everybody. It is so inclusive, like with the LGBTQIA community, people that are into Omegaverse, mafia, dark romance. We have it all. We have your dark fantasy as well. So, and we welcome everybody. We're not yucking anyone's yum,
Mm-hmm. No, I love that. We're not yucking anyone's yum. I don't know why
Yeah,
I love that, but I love that. I do.
right.
So, you guys, so again, this episode was really supposed to be just a real great intro to Allison. She will be doing this podcast with me moving forward. We will have special guest hosts moving forward of the other Dark Collective members. All right, and we have some amazing authors on this season for
Amazing.
the podcast. So, who are some of we have?
So we have Morgan Bridges, my boo thing, Miss Caitlin Taylor. And then we have Tyler Page, and I'm so excited because I'm reading her book currently, and it is Slasher Past, and it is a throwback to those 90s horror movies, i.e. Scream, which I was a young teenager when that came out, obsessed. This book is like right up my alley.
No, and we have some others. Like I just finished Elizabeth Knight's Not All Is Lost, and that was my very first Omegaverse. It was Chef's kiss.
Ooh,
We also have
spicy.
JL Beck. We have Samantha B. And we also have Devin Sinclair. So we have quite the lineup for this season. I'm excited. Moving forward, you guys, we're going to have 8 episodes per season. And obviously, there may be some bonus episodes in there. But I'm just really excited for Sinners this year. I can't believe it's literally less than 4 months away. Less than.
I know, it's coming up so fast. I am ready.
I know. And so, you guys, this episode is going to be airing literally like a week and a half before ticket sales for Shadows and Seduction. So, if you guys are interested, not only in attending Sinners in Boston, but we are doing Shadows and Seduction in New Orleans. Ticket sales are May 9th at 12 p.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, and all the other time zones. So, we are going to sign off. I hope you guys enjoyed episode 1, meeting the ever so gorgeous Miss Allison. Allison, any final words until we start going into it?
Go forth and read smut. Duh.
All right, guys. See you soon. Bye.
Bye.